enjoy the Padunka Dunk, son.
Howard 101 presents
You guys are a good crowd.
The Lisa Lampanelli Show.
So listen, watch it, live it, learn it. Bitches, you heard?
Call 888-STERN-101. Lisa Lampanelli.
Hey everybody, it's Comedy's Lovable Queen of Me and Lisa Lampanelli here from our monthly Howard 101 special. I'm here with my unpaid intern, Mike Morse.
Thank you, Miss Lampanelli.
You're very welcome. And today, what we are going to discuss is a show I like to call Love Lampanelli style. Call us at 888-STERN-101. We're going to be talking about love, romance, and we're going to have some guests in the studio in a little bit who I feel, Mike, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it behind their backs. They have married / and or dated out of their league for years.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we've got two guys by the name of Jim Florentine and Don Jamieson who co-host that metal show on VH1. And boy, oh boy, I recently met their wife / girlfriend. Hot as fuck. Like, I mean, honestly, I know I outleagued myself with Jimmy because he looks so much better than I do. But hey, he also outleagued himself because I'm mad rich. And really, how many houses? Thank you. How many houses at the beach are his swarthy Mediterranean good looks buying? Fucking fuck all.
0.
Thank you. So I'm like getting coach. I'm sitting in first class, bitch. We have our special guest in the studio. Please call us at 1-888-STERN-101 to talk about love, relationships, and dating outside your league. And experts on that are here in the studio now. Our special guest from that metal show, Jim Florentine. Hi, Jim and Jim.
How are you?
Yay. Don Jamieson.
Hey.
Are you guys like official co-hosts together, or is one of you above the other?
We all get paid the same. It's favored nation, so we're
Okay, so basic, but would you really say it's Jim's show?
No, it's really probably Eddie's show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are underlings. And we also have Jeffrey Gurian. Am I saying that in the positive French accent?
Yes, in the French accent, the way it was meant to be said, right? Gurian.
Gurian.
Yes.
What is that, Jew?
Jew, yeah.
Fantastic.
100% Jew.
Oh, my
Jewish.
God. We have a Jew in the studio, Mike.
Absolutely.
We've never had that
and
before.
I'm representing.
This has got to be the
you.
most straight guys you've ever had in your studio
That's
at one time.
absolutely true, because I remember, boy, it has been fag central.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, Andy Cohen, Frank DeCaro.
Yeah, there's not one person in here who's had a penis in their mouth.
All right, whoa.
No, there hasn't.
Who enjoys penis?
Yeah, thank you. Exactly.
Enjoys a penis.
It's so
Wait,
true.
whoa,
so
whoa.
Jeffrey's got a purple scarf on, so
He
I'm not
does.
sure.
No, but I'm
one
comfortable
night.
enough to wear that. That's
Jeffrey,
all.
man, you were never homosexual.
Absolutely not.
I am not surprised at that, except with what you're wearing, you could be gay. But that's good. That's a very good thing to have gay men's fashion sense.
I wear pink and purple because I'm comfortable with it. It doesn't threaten me. I have nothing to prove.
You don't, Jeffrey.
Absolutely.
You have nothing to prove. Now,
Yeah.
let me tell you about Jeffrey Gurian. I love you. I see you all over the place. You're always with this Comedy Matters. Is this a blog? What is that?
It became a TV channel about 2 years ago, and now I have like 250 videos of A-listers like yourself. I mean, you're in a couple of them. You know, Jimmy Fallon, Chelsea Handler.
My
God. And well, when you did your singing debut at the Friars Club, I came to film you.
And no one watched it.
and-
I don't blame them. I'm horrible, Mike.
It was lovely.
Yes, you were there.
Yes, I was there.
Now, Jeffrey, we're talking about. Now, I met recently Don. This is why I had this idea. Don Jamieson's his girlfriend, not wife.
Girlfriend.
And you just bought a house with her?
Yes. Well, I bought the house.
Always,
She agreed to live there with me.
Always keep it in your name. Jimmy Big Balls knows there is nothing in his name. He always
Nothing.
goes on. Nothing.
Beautiful.
It's
I got nothing.
fantastic. He has a father who's going to die and leave him some money.
Soon. Sometime soon.
Let's hope, because you're. But Don, I had the idea because I love you as a person, as a human being. You're a fantastic comic writer, everything host.
Obviously.
Your girlfriend, though, holy shit! I was dying. She's so gorgeous and so nice. She's the combination.
Yeah.
Like you never meet a bitch like that.
It's crazy. It's. You know how many times we go out and people come up to her and go, "Is this guy bothering you?"
That's at family reunions.
Yeah.
And she says yes, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I got her like, like when Julia Roberts went through that phase.
Lyle Lovett
where she
phase.
went out with the John Lovitz or whatever that guy's name is.
Lyle Lovett.
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz.
The Frankenstein guy.
Yes.
I got her at her Julia Roberts moment.
Wow. So was she going through some low self-esteem? Was she going through a way that her other boyfriend had just hit her and you seem to be an upgrade?
I think there was some roughing up.
See,
right before
that's
me.
what
Yeah,
happens.
And he looks too frail to do that.
Yeah, Don, no way is going to hit you. No fucking way with those sideburns. Has she ever gotten on your case about the sideburns?
She loves the sideburns.
She does?
Because she loves stuff from the 70s. She was born in the 70s. She loves, big mutton chops and wallet chains, bell-bottom jeans, syphilis.
Oh.
All the cool stuff.
Jeffrey's in his 70s. So maybe she could take
Fit in right away. Right, exactly.
See, I would have known. My wife was born in the 90s, so I'm not sure.
Oh, my God. This is the thing. You, Jim Florentine, you were always very handsome. You still are. But your wife, too, I met her, and she's gorgeous. Now, do you feel you have outleagued yourself with this
Oh, without
woman?
a doubt. Absolutely.
Is it because she's also the combination of nice and not cunty and pretty?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I that's why people are always like, man, you look good. You stay in shape. I go, I have a hot wife,
Right.
a hot young wife, and that's absolutely why you get your ass in the gym. There's no other reason.
Stamina.
Is she actually a lot younger than you? I didn't know this.
17 years.
Wow. But she's 17 years old.
I just helped. I had to leave it because we were working on her SATs.
Yeah.
But, no, she's 17 years younger.
That is so cool. Now, I remember seeing your...
And when I first met her, I said, "You got daddy issues. If you're into me, you realize that." She goes, "No, I don't." I go, "You do, obviously.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
how old I am. There's something going on."
So you are how old?
49.
You're 49.
Yeah.
And so, wow, I can't do that subtraction, but that's substantial.
Mike Morse is on it.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah,
could you
hold
get
on,
on there?
carry
It's got your calculator app.
two.
Honey, your new phone has a
I
calculator
know.
this time.
Thanks for putting out my new phone again.
Okay, no problem. But Jim, when I met
That's
her,
nice
you know
for a
where I think I
16-year-old.
met her and I first heard about her, though, was at your one-man show, the show which was entitled Going Nowhere Fast. Because that thing ain't fucking getting produced by anybody.
I'll
No,
produce
I
it
joke
myself.
with you. No, I joke with you. I was very touched by your show. It was called I'm Your Savior,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
See, I remember that. And it was about Jim going around and saving women who he really kind of had to take care of.
Yeah.
And was this a woman, your wife, what is her name? I'm sorry.
Samantha.
Samantha, was this the first woman you met in a while who didn't need you to take
Pretty
care of her?
much, yeah. That's
Ah.
why, yeah. So that's why I was attracted to her, because she already worked out her issue. She didn't have.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't need to be. Wasn't a complete mess.
Right. Now,
So-
were you committed to her before you knocked her up?
Yeah, we were together probably like 9 months, but we just definitely discussed. I was at the point where I said, I wanted to have kids. She wanted to. It just came a little sooner.
That's so great.
No, you came a little sooner.
Wow.
I noticed,
Yeah, that was
you
good.
said 9 months, too,
Mike,
by the
is
way.
there no reason to get dirty, Mike Morris?
No reason to work blue.
Not in here. But that's great. So she had worked her stuff out. So you were like, you know what? This is someone who's an actual equal, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it also like with Jamieson where people think she is just way hotter than you?
Without a doubt, my friend was playing in the city as band Saturday night. He's like, "Are you bringing your hot wife?" That's all he wanted to know.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Does she constantly get hit on by other men?
Probably. Yeah, if I leave her alone someone will always come over. I'm like, get a drink out of him. Why not?
See, that's good to not
I'll
be
just say I'm the
threatened.
guy friend. No, I'm
Saves
not.
you
I'm like,
money,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
Did anybody refer to you? It was like you and your daughter. Hey, you and your daughter? Did it
No,
ever happen?
not that hasn't happened yet.
Okay,
It
all right.
will.
Luckily, you look a little younger than you are, so it's
Yeah, you do.
Eventually, when you fall apart, that'll change.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, but
You know how to look even younger? Just grow some of those nice Don Jamieson sideburns.
Oh.
I mean, those keep you young. Have you ever contemplated that move,
people
Jim?
get mad at me for his sideburns. They're like, tell Jameson to shave his sideburns. I go, why? Why? I'm not getting involved.
I know. I say it every
I got
time.
a 19 at home. I'm not shaving these things.
Oh my God! Well, you
Right.
know what? Yeah, if she likes him, she likes him.
Yeah.
Now I did notice your girlfriend Don rocks the blue eyeshadow, which I fucking love because it's very 70s. And I said to Mike, I said, not many women could get away with that look. She is hot. Do you like her being a 70s type of babe?
Yeah, I have no choice. I have to like whatever she likes and
Right.
accept it and let her live in my home. And she's great. And guys do the same thing. They always want. If I leave her for 1 minute in a bar, guys want to buy her. And she doesn't drink, which is another great thing because I have a
thank God.
designated driver always.
Oh, that's good.
So, but guys really get like crazy about her. Like guys will come up, like guy came up to her the other night and he was like, I would give my right arm to have sex with you.
Wowee.
Yeah.
So
I told her to get the arm.
He's an amputee now, right?
Yeah, how good could he be in bed with one arm?
that's very true.
I
Very
get
true.
jealous of that.
Now, speaking of out of their league, Jeffrey Gurian.
He's the king of that.
He is the king
Yeah.
of just pussy in general.
This
I
is
don't know if he's
warm up to
ever
him.
like sticking it in, but I'll tell you what, you show up ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what Jeffrey Gurian looks like, please, I love him. I love you. I'm an ugly fuck like you are, Jeff. But admit it, you look like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. A little bit. A little bit. If
Phil Spector fucked Elton
there
John.
You go.
That's the combination.
This is why I bet women like you, because you have a sense of humor about yourself. You can joke about yourself. You know your shortcomings.
Well, I will say this, that I truly believe every man dates out of his league. Every single man, because women are beautiful. Women are beautiful.
Wow.
And men are disgusting.
Yeah,
like you
I
said
agree.
before.
Yeah.
Men are horrible.
Yeah.
We have parts of us that you just don't want to show anybody. So women are just, they're beautiful beings. And I love women, and I think they know that.
Well, especially over the age of 40, no one wants to see your dick and balls anymore. I mean, men should shower in a robe is how I feel. How old are you, Don? Are you over 40 yet?
47.
Yeah, no. You're 47?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what boyish charm and good looks he has. Right, Mike Morse?
Well, I thought you were looking at me.
No, not in the least. But Jeffrey, these women,
Yeah.
I will tell you, this Jeffrey Gurian shows up for free at every show because of this supposed comedy channel. And he comes in there, and every time he shows up, it's with one chick is hotter than the last. And I say, these are mail order. These women, he's paying them. Tell us, solve the mystery for America. How do you get these hot foreign bitches?
It's a mystery to me too. And it's just funny.
Really?
It's an energy thing. That's the best way I could describe it. I go places and people walk over and introduce themselves to me.
Really?
And young girls will come over. They'll like try to touch my hair and shit. I mean, it's very strange.
So that crazy fucking hair.
Yeah.
Actually, you kept it because it attracts. It's a conversation piece.
It's just who I am. I created this like image, whatever, this persona.
Yes.
Everybody has a persona.
Right.
Right? If you're lucky, especially in comedy. One of the most important things is to create an identity for yourself. Mm-hmm. And it evolves. It isn't anything that you can plan.
Right.
I'm very involved in energy and healing. That's the whole other part of my life.
Yeah, I see that necklace you got on with that triangle.
Yeah, it's the triangle of body, mind, and spirit, and a circle of harmony.
A bunch of fucking chakras that aren't lined up in this
bullshit,
room.
huh?
Women do buy into that
And
bullshit.
it's so funny because when I used to be on with Patrice, Patrice O'Neill had the Black Phillip show, and I was his co-host with Dante Nero. And he would always joke about that, but he said, Jeffrey is for real. Some people will talk about that shit and just, go off somewhere. He goes, he respected me for that because it was a dating show. And the things that he would say to meet women, I could never say. They wouldn't come out of my mouth.
What do you say when a woman comes up to you and says, I like your faggoty energy necklace? Well, how do you cash it after that?
I like women with good taste.
Oh, my God,
when
Jeffrey.
if they say something, they compliment me. I mean, it's an interesting thing. I really appreciate women. I think they function on a higher level, on a higher emotional plane. They're given gifts of sensitivity that men are afraid to experience. And I'm in touch with that for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Oh, fuck that
but I'm
shit.
in touch with
I know, right?
See, and that's what Patrice used to say. He would say, "Fuck that shit." But then he got to know me, and he saw that it was real.
Well, I will say this about Jeffrey. I hope he doesn't mind if I share this. He is really into the healing thing,
yes.
and Jeffrey also, he's got a medical background. And one time I had like this goiter or something on my neck, and I asked him to look at it for me.
Right.
And we were in his apartment, and he likes, he starts like touching it and like feeling it, and he's. Like there was a certain energy going on while he was touching me and with the cologne and
one thing led to another.
While he was massaging my cyst, I got a little, excited.
Did he just stick the tip in?
I wanted to pinch his helmet at a certain moment.
I'm looking at you, Don, and I see your goiter has disappeared. Do you do Botox, by the way?
I do not.
Because you have very good skin.
I would never.
He's a veterinarian, though. That's why.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat
veterinarian.
meat.
Oh, a
Whatever,
vegetarian.
yeah.
You're a fucking vegetarian?
For
You
years.
half a fag.
23 years.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Why
There
did
you
you do? Is your wife or girlfriend also a vegetarian?
No, she's from Florida. She eats fried chicken livers, all the
alligator
all the food from the South, anything.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know how rail thin she is.
I know.
Yeah.
Is she like a size 0?
When you buy her a shirt, you got to get her an extra small.
Damn, motherfucker. Speaking of extra small, Jeffrey, your penis. Such a cheap shot, yet I could not help
that's
it.
okay.
No, but
That's all right. You
Jeffrey,
warned me. You said
fascinate me.
that
You
you
just fascinate me. Now, these women are always foreign. Do they date you for the green card? What is the deal?
They're not all foreign. Some of them actually speak English.
Dude, you always bring a fucking Asian backstage, and I always have to pretend to fucking put up with the Asians because of you, and it's always some ching-ping looking bitch that I got to pretend is equal to us white people, and I'm very sick of it. No, but it's always, they're very sweet, though. That's what I do say. They're not cunty.
No, absolutely
they're very
not. I
sweet.
would never deal with something like that.
No,
I meet people that are nice.
That's true.
I do. I meet people that are nice, and I just have I can't really explain it. It's an interesting thing. Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy is there.
I see
Jimmy has seen you
I see you 3 times a week.
At
and
Gotham.
It's always with a different woman, and they get younger and hotter and younger and hotter.
And Jeffrey is generous because he pays for the chicken fingers that night.
Absolutely.
He gets extra fries.
He gets the same seat, the same meal, brings the same amount home.
You're such an
I don't eat the whole. I'm a creature of habit. I eat half a chicken.
Well, you're a creature.
I love that.
You're definitely a creature.
You should end it at the right. I'm just a creature. Right. I fascinate myself. I don't understand.
You must sometimes.
I do. It's
look
interesting.
in the
Nick Kroll
mirror
said that
and
to
look
me
at these
recently.
girls and say, "What is going on
How did
with
this happen?
Beauty and the Beast
Right. Isn't that interesting?
situation?"
I'm fascinated by it.
Well,
It's like my
I'm
life's a
thrilled for
movie,
you.
and I just watch it happening.
Do you think
Are you
that's
having sex with them though? I mean,
Good
like
question,
you could be
Jim.
a good friend, and
Are
he's
they
got
good
connections.
friends?
Hey, I'm friends with Lisa Lampanelli. She's playing Carnegie Hall.
There you
I'm
go.
hooked up. We're on the guest list. We'll go backstage.
because he does that? He works me for these fucking tickets
Right,
all the
so
time,
that's an
pretending
easy
to have
way.
a TV show.
That's an easy way to get in. Go, oh my God, I love Lisa. Oh, that'd be great. And then
I conned you into it so much that you were actually on my pretend TV show.
Exactly. But that was
called
Fat
me to say
Lisa.
I'm
She was
doing-
desperate.
Right.
Now, but
Thin Lisa's amazing, though. Thin Lisa is unbelievable.
no, Jeffrey,
The
you're
two of
you're
you
amazing.
together.
I love you,
He'd
man.
take me to see Risa Lampanelli.
No, she very good at say a chink. Now, Jeffrey, so now does your hair stand in because you can't believe that you're getting this kind of pussy?
Yeah, and maybe that's what it's a combination of electricity and Viagra. I don't know what.
Oh, do you take the Viagra?
No, I haven't had to.
How old are you again?
Oh, no one actually knows.
Well,
That's
we
another
will
thing.
now.
That's another thing.
Let me.
And
Mike gets his license.
I'll tell you
He's
something
gonna cut his
about
arm off
age.
and count the rings.
No, I'll tell you something about age. When you name an age, you own it, right?
Oh.
You become that, and I have rejected that.
See,
and
that's
it's not just
chicks love that talk.
That
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's go get a sandwich. You want to go fuck?
Yeah.
So
They love that too, though.
some of them
Yeah.
do, but he's
Yeah, but
got
that-
this whole thing going. Wow, that's so profound when you
Yeah.
own it.
No,
Oh,
but
They're healing
I don't
there's
care
a
about
reason-
age.
There's
Yeah.
a reason to it. It really, because people love to put people into categories. It makes people feel comfortable if they can put you into a category, whether it's the fat person or the gay person or
Right.
whatever. They just want to put you in a category. I don't seem to fit into a category.
You don't.
I don't, right? Which is weird, and it's weird for me too, but I'm used to it.
Boy, he
I just
is
don't-
interesting.
You see
this
how he
guy.
talks? There's a big difference between Florentine and I pulling road pussy and
That's
the A-list
true.
trim that he's got
You're a
running
couple
around.
of slobs.
Yeah.
Now, are your women
Reformed slobs.
Yeah, because look,
Yes.
he's got all that shit going on. Hey, what the energy? And me and Jameis are like, hey, we got a 12-pack back at the hotel,
Yeah.
at the Holiday Inn. We got it on ice in the fucking in the sink. You gotta go drink it
In the
quick.
sink.
Yeah, in the
We know
sink.
you guys.
Classy.
We know you girls are in your 30s, but do you play spin the bottle?
I got to tell a quick story. We're out on the road, one of those old Pennsylvania gigs back in the day, and we're in the bar afterwards, and Jim's talking to a girl.
Back in
and
the day, last
back-
weekend.
No, this has to be, 20 years ago. This is back when he had the long hair.
Wow.
And he's talking to a girl at the bar, and I walk up, and he just looks at me, and his eyes go down, and I look down, and he has his nuts on the bar stool.
Oh,
not his
my
dick.
God.
Not his dick.
Well, those
They're-
nuts are
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Come
He
on.
has his fly open and his nuts sitting on the bar stool, and she doesn't know, and she's just talking. And so now I'm trying not to laugh because I know what's going on, and he just keeps looking at me, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Thank God
did
no
she
one sat
spy
down
her
on them.
nuts?
Can you imagine?
She never saw that I had him out, and I was like, "What school did you go to?" Really? Yeah, my nephew went there too. I'm just having this comment. I'm like, "Mike, look, my sack's out."
Oh my God! Now, what was your compulsion back in the day? Because I remember years ago when I was still with Big Frank D'Amico. This is 10,
I
12
remember.
years ago.
Oh,
Remember Big Frank?
Sure,
400
and he had a
pounds?
comedy club on Central Avenue.
Right.
Right, in Yonkers. Yeah.
Years ago, he would say Florentine will always show the nuts. Now, what was your compulsion to do that? Because he'd seen your nuts.
Yeah, well, I took a leak at. I think I was doing a road gig with Norton and Levy.
Right.
And I went in front of the car, in a parking lot, and just whizzed. And they go, "You got big balls." I'm like, "I do." I didn't even think I had them. They're like, "Yeah, I just did it in front so everybody could see." Like, why? There's no reason to do it. I think I did it on Norton's hood of his car. I peed on his car.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it just this whole thing in the comedy world. Look, he's got big balls, and I'd have
feeling
to
a
whip him out
competition
everywhere.
here.
I was just going to
a
say.
competition.
No,
We should have a contest.
I see him at the meetings. I see him at all the meetings. We have a secret handshake, which is nice.
It got me late a few
You
times
touched
because I
him.
would show
Really?
girls on the road, like,
Wait,
you got to
wait,
see
wait,
a
wait.
sack.
Women liked that?
Yeah, a few of them, like, wow. And they would just, next thing I know, I'd be banging them.
That's crazy because Jimmy's,
Lisa
that's
likes
his
Jimmy
only
anyway.
fault. Yeah, I like him despite the
Despite
balls.
that, right.
Like, I'm so grossed out by his sack.
It was very firm. It still is pretty firm. So, it was a solid sack. It wasn't like it was
Solid
hanging
sack.
low. It was like a
a
punching bag.
piñata.
It was like a punching bag. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
I remember
Swinging
you
like a
had the joke
piñata.
where it was like a cannon.
Yeah,
like
toy
with the
cannon.
two big,
Yeah,
two
toy
big
cannon.
wheels. But you know
Yeah.
what? Is your
Little Mexican kids try to hit it with a stick.
No, mine looks like an old guy sleeping on a beanbag chair. That's
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty horrible. It's off-putting, frankly.
Thank you.
Like, you know better than to be naked in our house. Like, I know you like covered up with a towel. Like, you're a gentleman about
Even our
it.
dog doesn't look.
No, nobody
Why,
wants.
yours
But now
hanging-
since
yours
you're
hanging
thin,
low?
No,
but now
they're
since
just
you're thin,
huge.
Yeah,
it's
they're
huge.
just huge. Yeah, they don't hang low yet, but they're just huge.
Mine have shrunk over the years for some
Have
reason. I don't know
they?
what happened. They're back to normal size. It's almost like if you look at Mark McGuire now when he used to be on roids.
Right,
And now you
right.
see him as a coach. You're like, man, something.
Right.
He was obviously doing something. There's
See, his get bigger now. Now they got
Well,
thinner.
because he's thinner now, so they
No.
must look more prominent.
They don't look more prominent. They
They
are
are
more
more
prominent,
prominent,
you bastard. They are huge. They're enormous. Horrible.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I forgot you're in the room. But it's like, that's how I know God hates me, because they're huge and off-putting like throw pillows.
Well, yeah, but
You could rest your
I'd
head
rather
on
have
right?
that than no balls. I mean,
That's true.
You never lick them or anything?
Oh, no.
don't go down
my
that
It's a
far.
God,
sign of masculinity, Jimmy.
I'm
a
rich.
sign of masculinity.
That's what I
He gets
thought.
a house.
That's what
You're
you
right,
tell
you're
me.
right. Yeah,
You know
it's
what?
the house.
How old are you, Jimmy?
I don't mind saying it, Jeffrey.
Okay, yeah, no,
Don't
it's okay.
label him.
Own it.
I'm
Own
52
it.
and a half.
And all his chakras are in line with
They're
his
in line
balls.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm 52.
And you got elephantitis of the balls.
You know
and
what?
they don't hang?
I come from a long line, and my father's got big balls. His father had big balls. I just come from a long line.
Yeah, I scoped
I'm
out his
Italian.
dad's sack.
Yeah, she meet gays
How
my
does
dad
one
one
know
day,
that?
man.
I was going to say, how does one even know that?
I had a look because when we
Yeah.
first
It's in
met,
the
You
family
got to
history.
know where it's going.
he
Yeah.
was blaming Dad for the sack, so I just snuck a look when
she
he
meat
was
gazed them,
looking.
and there it was.
I said, "Oy vey, this is it. I guess that's us."
But I
Twins.
can't believe they're still firm at 52.
They're pretty firm.
Yeah, they're right.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen them in a while.
Usually they look like they just bungee jumped off the head of your penis.
oh,
You
they're
never got
out.
him checked out
They're
by a
trying to
doctor
commit
either?
suicide.
No,
right?
never did. But I'll tell you, when I get like sick, if I have like a temperature, forget about it. Then
They're
Then
enormous.
they're for some reason.
Really?
Oh my God.
They dangle.
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day I woke up, one was on the sheet, the other one was on the nightstand. I'm like, this is out of control. Like, I'm a celebrity. Should I have to put up
I'd
with
have
Do you
to
ever
put
have
up
to,
with
do you ever
that,
have to
right.
step
It was
over him in
like,
the morning like there's a cat on the floor or
I
something?
just kick it. I don't care. I'm like, I'm rich, motherfucker. Do we have to take a break? Oh my God, it
Yeah.
went so fast. Listen, we'll be back with our special guests, Jim Florentine, Jeffrey Gurian, who gets the foreign poon, and Don Jamieson. I'm
Jameson.
Lisa Lampanelli here with Jimmy Big Balls and Mike Morris. Call us 1-888-STERN-101.
The Lisa Lampanelli Show.
Comedy's lovable queen of mean.
Bing bang, dirty talk.
Howard 101. Now, Lisa Lampanelli.
Welcome back. It's Lisa Lampanelli here with Mike Morris, Jimmy Big Balls, our special guest, Jeffrey Gurian, Jim Florentine, Don Jamieson. Now, before I forget, plug what you're here to plug, bitches, because I'm going to forget. Jeffrey, where can we see you, hear about you, and make it short because I don't have a lot of
Okay,
time.
well, the Gold Coast International Film Festival is coming up in about 2 weeks. I'm the head of live comedy programming. I'm producing a gala in honor of Susie Essman on Wednesday, October 23rd. And that weekend on the 26th, I'm having an event for my new documentary film called The Business of Comedy. And for my book, Make 'em Laugh, about the 35-year history of the comic strip.
Oh, yes,
Chris
yes,
Rock
yes.
wrote an amazing introduction. You're in the book, of
I
course.
am in the book.
And it's about the 35-year history of the strip that I wrote with Richie Tinkin, the owner.
And please go to jeffreygurian.com for info and ticket.
Gurian.
Yes.
.com.
Yes.
Jeffrey
or
Gurian.
oldguygettinghotpussy.com.
I already have that.
Jim
I have that
Florentine, where can we see you, my
I
friend?
do a show on Ozzy's Boneyard right here on Sirius every Thursday at 5 p.m. And I do a podcast every week, Comedy Metal Midgets. You get on iTunes. It's free. Or on my website, JimFlorentine.com.
Cool. I want to come
I
on
got
your
Metallica
podcast.
on this week.
Oh, I was going to say, I want to go on. And he's I got Metallica.
No,
I'm
I'd love to have you
okay.
on my podcast. Absolutely.
We can talk about Blackie Lawless, how he showed up for the interview with me with no pants on. We'll have to talk about that.
How big was it?
I try not to look because I'm so off-put by the whole male genitalia. Anyway, Don, we're speaking of off-putting genitalia. Don?
Just at Real Don Jamieson on the Twitter.
On the Twitter.
See, I keep it short.
You do. See, you are a professional, unlike
Thank you.
Jeffrey Gurian.
No. 20-minute dissertation about his alleged channel.
Alleged. Now, Jeffrey, you did skirt the issue. You said you're not going to tell us if you bang these actual girls. You're going to be a gentleman about it. So are there any women you're currently really dating seriously?
Yeah, and there's a reason why that I say that that I don't share that information, because, and I know it's going to sound like bullshit to you guys, but
all right,
when someone shares themselves with you in an intimate way, there's something very special about that, and it's locker room bullshit mentality. It's like a jock mentality to go and brag to your friends or tell people who you were with. It's not something that ever interested me. I never, even as a kid, if I was with someone, I would never go and tell my friends. It never occurred to me to do that.
Would you be offended if I asked to smell your finger?
Hey.
You have asked that.
I think
you
it's
have
great
asked
that
in the past, and I was not offended by it.
I think it's great that he respects the gashes. Okay.
It is. Yeah. You know what?
Well,
for
all right,
you to
Lisa.
have respect for the twats is really nice.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I think it's,
out of the 10 girls that he's around, how many do you think that he banged out of the 10?
Who?
Jeffrey? Jeffrey, if you had to throw a number
You know what's
out,
weird?
Would
Like
you say
one.
3?
I'd say one.
One?
Because I think his heart belongs to one girl that he's not telling us, and these are other just really nice girls that he has a good time with, shows him a good time, gets him a chicken finger, and everybody's happy. So I think
so 1 out of 10. All right.
I think that's nice, though. I think it's better not to spread your seed around too much. But that's just my little fantasy about you, Jeffrey.
I will leave that up to you. That's okay. I won't say for or against. That's okay. Whatever you say. But I do share. I can't even explain it. It sounds weird to even try to talk about it. I don't have a plan when I'm with somebody. Whatever it winds up to be, it is. Whether we're there's no boundaries. There's no kind of.
These guys are like,
we always have a fucking plan.
Yeah. When we were single, we got to town. We're like, all right, we need beer for the room. We got this. Yeah. How far are we? No, we need to be near the comedy club to walk them there, because you don't want to be in a you don't want to be 45 minutes away.
No.
Chicks lose their buzz on the ride back, and they're miserable.
And I remember you would put the suitcase on the sofa in the room.
We always throw shit on the chairs in the hotel room. So
there's no place to sit but the bed.
But the bed.
That's smart.
Genius.
Because the girl always comes in your room, is like, I shouldn't be here, so she goes sits in the corner in the chair over there, and you're on the bed. Like, how do I get him over to bed? We put the shit on the balcony, throw it in the MC's room, take all the furniture out of the room first thing.
We get fake dog shit and put it on the chairs.
Yeah, you don't want to sit
But
there.
you know what happens? That's all part of the seduction scene. So what happens is that girls.
This guy always brings it back to a gay point.
No, because
that's a seduction. Putting dog shit on a chair so it sits on your bed.
No,
if you're from Jersey, that's
because
seduction.
I know it sounds weird, but listen, if you make girls do something that they make believe that they don't really want to do, right?
Right.
You're talking a girl into having sex with you like she doesn't really want to do it. It's dishonest, and then the guy gets left feeling that he made somebody do something that they didn't really want to do.
You know what,
you can
Jeffrey?
laugh at it, but
Jeffrey,
it leaves you. What?
I'm so grateful we only have a minute and 30 seconds left, because shut the fuck up with your nice guy shit, No, but honestly, we just have enough time to say I'm so grateful that the three of you guys came out on Columbus Day, the most holy of WAP days, and you shared your talents and your genius with us. Everybody who wants to get laid, don't listen to Jeffrey, because trust me, he's jerking off a lot. I would buy a book by Florentine and Jamieson about the pussy they used to get. Jimmy Big Balls, keep it in your pants, like I told you to.
By the way, this is the first time you're surrounded by straight men.
I know.
The most straight men you've ever been in a room with.
And how come nobody ever says Happy Columbus Day?
Wait, look, and I brought Jimmy socks. Jameson socks.
That's beautiful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Lisa Lampanelli Show. We'll see you in November. Thank you, Mike Morse. And, of course, on top of everybody, thank you, Howard Stern, for letting us have these airwaves for an hour every month. God bless you. See you in November, bitches. Woo! Woo!